There was a story last week that occurred that got people briefly excited, which is that Rudy Giuliani had lost his license to practice law in New York. This is long overdue. It should have happened ages ago. It's obviously good, I suppose, that it happened now, since he shouldn't be practicing law anywhere. But again, this is another one of those stories where folks get real amped up and they kind of miss the point. Like, the point of this particular case is that a Trump lawyer is not there to practice law. They are never there to practice law. They are there to be a fixer and a threatener, which is what Giuliani was. And that was following a well-trod path laid by Roy Cohn and Michael Cohen, who incidentally were both also disbarred after serving as Trump's lawyer. The entire time that Giuliani was acting as Trump's quote unquote lawyer, as Trump was the president, Giuliani was not actually licensed to practice law in Washington, D.C. Everything he was doing, all of those press conferences, were for spectacle. And the media rewarded Giuliani with a perch to spew propaganda because they wanted access. And you would think that, perhaps given the massive death toll from a preventable global plague or the violent seditious attack on the Capitol, that the media would learn to not promote people like Giuliani and to not rehabilitate people like Bill Barr and Jared Kushner, who are currently profiting off of their crime sprees in the forms of books and interviews and pseudo tell-alls that basically are just, scandal covering crime yet again, a media culpa, like a fake apology, if there even is an apology tour, or the confession of something that can't be prosecutable in order to cover up the absolute atrocities and illegalities that they committed. And there are a lot of journalists who went along for this ride during the Trump administration and still don't seem to have learned their lesson.